In 1884, Europe gathered in Berlin to divide an entire continent. No African leaders were invited. No African nations were consulted. Yet inside lavish rooms filled with maps, diplomats, and imperial ambition, European powers began carving up Africa like pieces on a chessboard. This meeting became known as the Berlin Conference, and it would reshape African history forever. During the late 1800s, European nations were competing for power, resources, and global influence. Africa contained enormous amounts of raw materials, valuable trade routes, and land European empires wanted to control. But imperialism was driven by more than greed. Racism played a major role. Many Europeans believed they were racially superior to Africans and other non-European peoples. Using ideas connected to social Darwinism, some claimed powerful nations had the right to dominate weaker ones. Others called imperialism a civilizing mission. They claimed they were bringing Christianity, education, and progress to Africa. In reality, these ideas often became excuses for conquest, exploitation, and violence. But there was a problem. If European nations raced into Africa recklessly, they risked war with each other. So German Chancellor Otto von Bismarck called for a conference in Berlin. Officially, the meeting was supposed to promote cooperation and trade. In reality, it became a blueprint for imperial conquest. Around a table illuminated by maps and political ambition, European powers negotiated claims across Africa. Britain, France, Belgium, Portugal, Germany, and others. Borders were drawn with rulers and ink, but those borders ignored the people already living there. Ancient kingdoms, ethnic groups, languages, and cultures were split apart or forced together under colonial rule. In many cases, Europeans barely understood the regions they were dividing, yet millions of Africans would be forced to live with those decisions. One of the most infamous examples involved King Leopold II of Belgium. Leopold gained personal control over the Congo Free State, a massive region rich in rubber and resources. What followed became one of the most brutal colonial regimes in history. Forced labor, violence, starvation, and mass killings devastated the population. Millions are believed to have died under Leopold's rule.
Meanwhile, European powers continued expanding deeper into Africa, using advanced weapons and military force to crush resistance. For Europeans, imperialism brought wealth and power. For many Africans, it brought exploitation, violence, racism, and loss of independence. The effects of the Berlin Conference did not end when colonialism ended. Many modern African borders still reflect the lines European powers drew during the conference. And some political tensions created by those artificial borders continue affecting parts of Africa today. In Berlin, Africa was divided by empires chasing power, and millions of people would pay the price.